Fergie time.
Yeah, I mean, it's all.
Fun part, when you look over here, especially when it gets like later in the year when you get like fall temperatures.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Probably a lot more.
You get folks who will go out there and do our thing.
Sweet.
What happened? Fun with connectors?
Technology. Okay, we're going to leave it. Okay, thank you.
We're touching nothing.
Yeah, right. I'll follow up with White this week. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Water break has ended.
Are we officially hydrated?
I think we're officially hydrated. We're going to get back into some live action here. Halfway through the 22nd minute. Score still reads 0-0 here at Oglethorpe University.
Yep.
And Drew Dickinson alongside John Nelson. And we just got properly hydrated along with all the other ladies, and we should be ready to go here in just a few seconds, John.
Yep, you were mentioning what we'd seen here, and they took the hydration break practically right at the halfway point of the first half, right here at the quarter pole. And you had mentioned how this was a fairly even match, but Transylvania had most of the offense in their half. Not a whole lot of breaks for Oglethorpe working their way toward the Transylvania goal. Obviously, something that Rob King, when you have a hydration break, it's almost like getting that impromptu timeout where you can kind of sit there and reset things and look at the adjustments that you need to make. Not a whole lot of offensive rushes so far for Oglethorpe going up here against Transylvania.
No, John, one thing I was afraid of is that they'd start to become an open book, and about halfway through the first 22 minutes, they had 3 defenders on McKenzie, so it's kind of, like you said, the water break was at good timing. Maybe they could switch things up a little bit for the latter part of this first half.
Maddie Ennis defending well, keeping Isabella White from pulling the trigger. And there have been a couple of opportunities for White where she has really wanted to take a shot on, but then the Oglethorpe defense would close ranks. It's been tough for White to get any kind of a shot on target. Ball in the air by Lowell, up and over White. Finding Mackenzie Jones. Jones double-teamed. Taken away by Maddie Benjamin. Benjamin and Taylor Whiteside. They're going to call the foul on Maddie Benjamin, so it turns over to the Stormy Petrels.
Both ladies got tangled up there. You could have gone both ways. Well, the referee gave it to the Stormy Petrels.
Lily Burford doing some surveying. Still both coaching staffs very, very active in all of their instruction. Burford pops it up into the air, and it ends up on the track. One big hop.
We stayed in.
Does not go over the fence. Something that you constantly have to monitor here with the track and the surface here at Oglethorpe, making sure that the balls stay here.
Oh. And
it looks like, I'm going to say it was just last touched.
Looked like she gave her a little extra nudge there at the end, John.
Like I say, last touch by Mackenzie Jones goes back to Transylvania, and they'll come back up the left-hand side. Isabella White now over the cross. Pass intended. Too much on it. Sophia Saeed is there for Oglethorpe. Harlow Krieger will drift it back to Evan Thomas on the left-hand side. Thomas around to Lily Burford.
Lots of space out here on the right side for Oglethorpe.
Caputo surveys. Pass intercepted by Isabella White.
Good vision from the Pioneers. Close that space down quick, didn't they?
Maddie Benjamin had possession, lost it quickly, and it goes to the back line of Transylvania after another quick back and forth. Now Transylvania up the right-hand side. And thanks for accessing us however you are doing so today, large device or small, on your Sunday afternoons. Ball rolls through, easy grab for Haley Lowell. 19:40 and counting here in the first half, goalless here in Brookhaven.
Looks like Transylvania's lining up another sub, John.
And we'll go over that sub when the whistle officially blows. Oglethorpe trying to work up the left-hand side. Krieger drops it back to Evan Thomas. Back to Krieger.
Mackenzie's offside. She needs to be careful.
Cut to the inside. Pass intercepted by Maddie Benjamin for Transylvania. And there comes Isabella White. White tries to get past Caitlin Caputo. Caputo has been giving a hard time to Isabella White this entire match. 18:50 and counting here first half. Substitution now for Transylvania. And it looks like it's going to be Isabella White coming off and Marin Roach coming in, the fifth year player out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Isabella's got a lot of work in so far in this first half. Smart sub from the Transylvania coaches. Give her a breather, much deserved.
Lilia Steen with the throw, pops it up into the air. First touch unable to be handled, but Ennis couldn't handle it as well for Oglethorpe. 18:15 and counting here first half. It'll be a throw for Steen. Penalty, the 18 extended for the visitors. Abby Dean into the corner, entirely too much for Audrey Rawls, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick this time for Oglethorpe.
She tried to send her through just a bit too much on that pass. Once again, like we said before, Transylvania doing a really good job of attempting to utilize the width of the field. Just unsuccessful in the latter part of the defensive third of Oglethorpe.
Thomas, pass intended for Taylor Whiteside, and you get a foul call on Transylvania.
Came in a little too hard from behind there. Transylvania coach didn't think it was a foul. Referee disagreed. Free kick for the home team.
So Evan Thomas looking for Krieger. Krieger controls. Flag stays down.
Yeah, I think she would have been offside by just a hair. She tried to come back at the right time.
And you hear Rob King. The idea was fine from Krieger as he was looking for Mackenzie Jones. Here comes the pressure now from Oglethorpe.
Mackenzie's been on her bike the entire first half.
Buckler over to Steen. First touch for Marin Roach. Roach looking centrally. Maddie Benjamin. Steen, edge of the 18 right at the elbow, wants to come in, and the flag is up.
Steen cut back to the inside from the left of the field to use that right foot once again. Something that Transylvania has been very, very good at so far today. Coming down the left side, cutting it back in, using their dominant foot. Almost had the goalkeeper beat near post, offside nonetheless. Free kick for the Lady Stormy Petrels.
Foot into football, up in the air, looking for Mackenzie Jones. Ella Price had the touch. And in retreat is the defense. It was Buckler. Buckler to Steen. Steen. Give to Peyton Tan. Tan to Roach. Roach stood up from any kind of progress by Maddie Ennis, so she has to cut centrally. There's Maddie Benjamin, and Maddie Benjamin upended. It'll be a set-piece opportunity for the visitors here. 15 and a half and counting first half.
It's a good foul call from the center official. She caught her just at the end of the play there. Unlucky for Oglethorpe. It's going to be a free kick literally right in the middle of the park for the visitors. Great opportunity for Transylvania to put one in the back of the net here, John.
Let's see what the setup is. See what they have in mind.
No walls so far. It's just
Audrey Rawls from, say, 30 or so.
I'd say. She's going on goal.
Rawls, one hop, and it goes wide off a couple of hops. And they're saying that it was touched by Oglethorpe, so it'll be a corner.
That snuck by me. I didn't see a touch.
I didn't either. It took a bit of a high hop, and it looked like that it made its way through. But it's going to be a corner here coming up on 14.5 to go first half.
There's no fuss from Oglethorpe, so it must have touched them on the way out.
Lilia Steen will take, and it'll be an in-swinger with the right. Let's see what Steen has in mind. Steen
nice
looking
corner.
Up and over
nice
and
corner.
in.
John, she didn't put much bend on it. It was a knuckler to the far post. Oh, wait a second. Looks like it's going to be a foul. No goal.
It was looking like it was going to be a goal for Abby Dean, but they call the foul before the ball goes into the back of the net, and so we're goalless here. So since there was no goal, we got a clock issue here. Continue to have the clock moving forward. There we go. Clock's now at 14:22 and counting. So Abby Dean's goal wiped off the board.
It confused everybody.
No doubt.
Still tied at 0.
Sophia Saeed tried to maintain contact after the short hop. A little bit of chaos right now in the middle of the park. Sent wide. It'll be a goal kick for the home side in Oglethorpe, under 14 to go.
It's been all Oglethorpe. It's been all Transylvania here in the last couple of minutes of this game. They've been resting in the defensive third of Oglethorpe. Both teams still unable to find the back of the net.
Lowell looks and launches up into the air past both Taylor Whiteside and Harlow Krieger. Ella Price, Krieger, dribbles out of trouble. Nicely done there.
See, John, the Pioneers are still showing a lot of respect to McKenzie as they've got 3 defenders moving with her everywhere she goes. Making it hard for the midfielders to find that. She's got to come back into the midfield herself just to touch the ball.
Jones back to Burford.
You can hear the coach saying, we don't need you to do that right now.
We need the eavesdropping continues on Rob King.
I mean, he's right, though, so it's hard to not agree. But as a forward, you want to touch the ball. You kind of feel out of the game when you're not, when you kind of feel like you're not involved. So I don't blame her, but he is right. She needs to stay higher up the pitch.
Steen was looking for Marin Roach. Too much on it, so it's going to be a throw for Oglethorpe here. Once again, it's Maddie Ennis. Ennis came in for the injured Emma Perkins, and Perkins has been getting treatment on that quad ever since the injury happened. And so yeoman's work by Maddie Ennis here in the first half, coming in basically cold. Very little warming up. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on Emma Perkins getting her treatment over on the bench. Roach gets out of trouble, gets past Ennis. Sophia Saeed there to help out defensively.
It's not an easy task being called on in the nick of time like that and to come on and to perform the way she's performing. Coach has got to be really happy with her.
Evan Thomas stepping in the way of that pass. Krieger.
McKenzie's got to be careful. She's roaming in the offside position once again. It's good vision by her teammates, not forcing it up to her when she is in the offside position.
Build up continuing. Saeed's pass intercepted by the Pioneers, and they're going to work their way up through the middle. Peyton Tan over to Roach on the left-hand side. Roach looking for Steen. Caputo had possession, sent it forward. Abby Dean now with Transylvania over to the right-hand side. In pursuit, Evan Thomas. Thomas gets there first. Ball goes over the touchline. It'll be a throw for the Storming Petrels. Coming up on 11 minutes to go first half. Still no score between Transylvania and Oglethorpe.
I'd say 50-50 on possession. Both teams making a lot of short, intermediate passes. Once again, not forcing a lot.
Steen into the middle of Abby Dean. Played back. Looking for Buckler temporarily. Steen down the left-hand side. Marin Roach. 1-2. Roach wants to launch with the left. Easy one-hopper grab for Haley Lowell. Substitutions coming in at the next opportunity for Oglethorpe.
Nice positioning from the goalkeeper. Step into the near post, making the angle a bit difficult for Transylvania. She's been in good positioning all night, Haley has. No wonder she's one of the standout goalkeepers in the conference.
Dean backward to Mackenzie Buckler. Attack build up on the right-hand side for Transylvania now. Evan Thomas there to defend, to keep that charge from happening. Dean in the midfield to Lilia Steen. Steen wants to launch with the right. It probably would have gone wide to the near post, but grabbed by Haley Lowell. It looks like Rob King's going to have a triple sub next time. He's just adding substitution options as we continue to talk.
Another big punt from the Oglethorpe goalkeeper. It's 50-50 balls have gone in favor of Transylvania all night, John.
Roach had the initial catch for Transylvania. Pass was forced that time by Maddie Ennis into two Transylvania players. Pioneers working their way through the middle. Standing her ground was Taylor Whiteside. Play's going to continue. Hanks looking for Mackenzie Jones. Didn't miss by much.
She had some space in front, too. Nice defensive play from the Pioneers. A lot of space behind the defense if Mackenzie was able to win that ball.
Buckler off to her left. Off to her right, up the right-hand side now, Transylvania here. Under 8.5 minutes to go first half. 10 yards into the attacking half now. Transylvania working their way toward the edge of the 18. Battle with Lily Burford. And it looks like it's going to be a corner for Transylvania. Substitutes on both sides. It looks like it's going to be Abby Rowe, the 5'7" junior from Lexington, Kentucky. Allison O'Hara from Lexington Dunbar, number 5, will be checking in. Molly Robinson from Union, Kentucky, and Ryle High, the freshman. So we have changes across the board. What about for Oglethorpe?
Number 19, Elizabeth Cortez is checking in alongside number 22, Jade Anderson. And number 18, Kristen Rona, junior from Hoover, Alabama. What's that? Alabama and Georgia representatives for this Oglethorpe team.
Maddie Benjamin getting a bit of a breather. Erin Heil getting a breather. And Audrey Rawls getting a breather. Transylvania back in possession, working their way down the right-hand side where Lilia Steen is now after the substitutions.
Mackenzie Jones getting a much-deserved breather for the home team as well. Give her an extended breather along with the halftime break. Get her ready to go for half number 2.
Under 7 minutes to go here, first half. You still got those bugs chasing after you, huh?
I don't know what my deal is.
Throw goes inside the 18, knocked away by Caitlin Caputo. Transylvania with possession. They're back towards center circle, and they'll regroup. Steen now back on the left-hand side. To Marin Roach. Roach looking to turn on Maddie Ennis. Can't do it. Well done there by Maddie Ennis.
She's having herself a day so far, isn't she? Part
of the 3 stars of the day so far.
Absolutely.
Roach tried to turn with it just on the edge of the 18. They're going to call a foul on Transylvania, so it'll be a free kick opportunity here for the Stormy Petrels. 6 minutes to go first half.
Transylvania still trying to work some magic down this left side. They're not giving up. And I had another bug I had to flick off me, John. I don't know what's going on. Wear long sleeves here next time, I guess.
Or just don't bring coffee.
There you go.
Allison O'Hara, first touch. Caputo marking her. Sends it inside the 18, looking for Burford. Burford on the turnaround. She will send it to Jade Anderson. Jade Anderson's first activity. Roach goes all the way from right to left. Krieger, her pass is stopped, dead in its tracks, and here comes Transylvania again. Abby Dean has been the fulcrum for Transylvania there in the middle of the pitch so far here in the first half. Sent toward the edge of the 18, headed away by Evan Thomas.
Did she keep it in?
I think initially, yes, but it ends up being a corner.
I think on that backspin is what put it out of bounds. She stepped off her line. Nice vision from the goalkeeper, just unable to keep it in bounds. I mean, another sub for the home team, John.
First opportunity, it looks like it'll be Kate Parker on defense, the sophomore out of Maysville, Georgia. Lilia Steen, first things first, there'll be a corner coming up on 4.5 minutes to go first half. Outswinger with the right. What does Steen have in mind? Grounder, one hop knocked away outside of the 18 by Jade Anderson. And Transylvania gets to regroup, sending it in long, up and over the top. Easy grab for Haley Lowell.
She tried to put it low, hard, near post, but she went a little too far central with it, and it was good positioning from the Oglethorpe defender to get in the way of that corner kick.
Caputo looking for Jade Anderson. Intercepted by Transylvania. Passed by Burford, knocked up into the air by Abby Rowe. So it's just sent back to Haley Lowell briefly. Lowell looking up her left-hand side. Evan Thomas on the turn to Elizabeth Cortez. Krieger, a little bit of space. And it looks like it was Cortez who had possession. She was knocked off her line. Nice tackle from behind by Jade Anderson. Roach ends up with it for Transylvania, headed away by Lily Burford as she was looking for Anderson on the return. And they're going to call handball by Transylvania. Roach is wondering.
Big disagreement right now between the coach and the official.
Always the master of the understatement. Jade Anderson trying to chase in the corner. Anderson was looking for a foul, didn't get the call. Anderson touches it last, and it's going to be a throw for Transylvania. Coming up on 3 minutes to go first half. We're still scoreless.
Seems it's been a few minutes since the ladies Stormy Petrels have been inside the second half of Transylvania.
Roach going through the gears. Pass goes to Burford. Burford sends it toward the 18, ushered in. Easy pickup for Sheridan Harrison, the freshman out of Paris, Kentucky, and West Jessamine High School. Foot into football towards center circle. Burford was there on the joust. Looked like it was won by Transylvania. Evan Thomas tracking back up against Abby Rowe. Throw for Transylvania. About 25 yards from goal. 18 extended. 2 minutes to go first half. Once again, waiting on the Kate Parker substitution, first opportunity. But we've had this run of play, and Parker hasn't had the chance to come in for Rob King. Right on the end line, and this will be, so I mentioned that, and so sure enough, it goes over the end line. Let's see what happens here. Corner for Transylvania.
Nice bit of skill in the far corner for the Lady Pioneers. Even better defensive play from Oglethorpe, forcing a corner.
Set up. Initially, it was going to be somebody other than Lilia Steen, but Steen will take once again. It'll be an outswinger with the right. Last time she tried to go ground level like she did this time, and right there was Krieger to defend for the Stormy Petrels and knock it away, but resetting offensively is Transylvania. A couple of seconds away from the last 60 of the first half. Saeed pops it up into the air, kept in initially by Transylvania, but they touch it last. Now you get your substitution with Kate Parker. Parker in, Maddie Ennis out. Yeoman's work by Maddie Ennis here in the first half. The junior out of Loganville, subbing for Emma Perkins, who was taken away off an injury. Throw by Thomas up the left-hand side. Ends up at the base of the gate on the outside of the track. And by the way, it's my first chance to see the new stands over there on the, as you and I are calling it, the far side, but over the near side where all the equipment is. But nicely done there. Krieger trying to get a lead for Cortez. Saeed has it under 10 seconds. And Delaney Hanks helping to count it down. Saeed across. Caitlin Caputo with. And that'll do it for the first 45 here in Brookhaven. Your thoughts on a goalless first half?
About to get underway.
Thus the whistle. We are underway. Transylvania, once again, for those of you that did not get to see the first 45, Transylvania in their road black uniforms. What did we say? We said it was Merlot numbers?
Yes, Merlot colored numbers, which is a sight to see because I've never seen this color before. So I think the color selection with Merlot is spot on.
And then obviously Oglethorpe in their home whites with the gold ident of Oglethorpe, black numbers, black stripes. And working their way up the middle, Mackenzie Jones, and the flag is up.
She was arguing the fact that she didn't think she was offside, but she was just a couple of feet. Good call from the AR on the opposite side of the field, our opposite side of the field.
Fike.
Nice turn.
Forward to Terrapund. So, yes, the only change for Transylvania in the second 45 is the start from Marin Roach. Up the left-hand side, that is Isabella White. Caputo there to defend. Burford. Sent away by Oglethorpe, but Transylvania near center circle once again regains possession. Steen. Once again, that 1-2 that we saw with Steen and Isabella White in the first half.
Already starting it again, John.
Really working up the left-hand side, in toward the 18. Trapped once. Roach wants to turn and shoot. That attempt is blocked as Evan Thomas starting in second 45. Thomas looking forward. Mackenzie Jones too much there. She couldn't control it. And it'll go out for a throw for Transylvania about 15 yards or so shy of center line.
You know, John, I would like to see Evan take a few more touches with that. She got a little anxious and tried to play Mackenzie early. No, just a little too early.
Fike, throw for Roach. Roach with the header.
Interesting battle we have going on right here as it's a senior against a freshman. Evan Thomas and Roach from Transylvania going to be an interesting battle here in the second half, that's for sure.
Fifth-year player out of Lexington, Dunbar, is called for the foul as she was trying to clear her way around past Evan Thomas, the defense. And Lily Burford will take the free kick for the Stormy Petrels here. 2.5 minutes in second half, no score. Mackenzie Jones shielded well.
She tried to do a Cruyff there, John, but there's a nice defense play there by Transylvania.
Cardenas was there to defend for Oglethorpe. Last touched by Transylvania. Evan Thomas looking for Mackenzie Jones. Jones double teamed. Roach coming back to help out, and she's last to touch. Krieger in quickly to Delaney Hanks. Back to Evan Thomas. Around to Lily Burford, the freshman from Trussville, Alabama. Down the middle, too much for Ella Price. Three defenders there for Transylvania. Winning possession, Krieger. Krieger with a head of steam. She's going through the gears, trying to get past Caitlin Fike. Launch with the right, just misses the far post.
Fike got caught on her heels there. Krieger turned, had some space down the left side, cuts it into the box, and had the far post open. Nice vision, nice shot. Goal kick for the visitors.
First real chance coming 4 minutes in, the 4th minute in here in the second half for Oglethorpe. Trying to keep the pressure on Sheridan Harrison. Caputo. Sends it forward, looking for Price. Transylvania wins possession. Once again, it's that duo over there on the left-hand side. White and Steen, 12 and 17. We've been mentioning them a lot in the first 45 plus 5. Right-hand side, too much for Fike as she was trying to work her way into the attacking half. Transylvania does keep possession, though. It's Jamie Cottengim. Cardenas marking her. Sorry, Tara Pund with possession. 19, not 18. Krieger battling with Fike. And it's going to stick with Transylvania. Fouled from behind. They're going to call that on Cardenas.
Unfortunately, she just got her foot in at the last second, bringing down the player from Transylvania. Fortunate free kick. A peculiar free kick, too, because it's out here on the right side. Not a very familiar spot for the Pioneers today.
Audrey Rawls, fifth-year player out of Lexington Dunbar. Lexington Dunbar's been a pipeline for Transylvania with this roster. Hand in the air toward the top of the 18. Nobody there but Stormy Petrels.
She tried to bend it into the far post, but put a little bit too much bend on it, and it landed right at the top of the box.
Abby Dean working possession. There's Steen again, 17. Looking for Roach up the left-hand side. Caputo there to defend. Steen gets it back for Transylvania. Blocked once again by Burford that time.
Got to be careful. Keep your hands down. You can't afford a handball in the box at this stage of the game, or at any stage of the game for that matter.
Maddie Ennis there to defend up against Isabella White. Roach got the throw. White wanted to charge and turn the corner down the right-hand side, and it's going to be a goal kick for Oglethorpe. 6.5 minutes in here, second half. We're still goalless.
So Isabella White cut the ball back on the inside at the top of the 18, trying to utilize that right foot. She's not going to stop trying.
Sophia Saeed had the initial touch, went through her
run.
And looking for Roach, but the pickup is there. Tracked the entire time by the senior from Hoover, Haley Lowell, and she'll start things back up quickly with Evan Thomas up the left-hand side.
Roach made a beautiful run up the middle. She had space in front. They were just unable to find her feet.
Ball deflected, picked back up by Tara Pund in the midfield. Rawls and Sophia Saeed. They're going to call Saeed for the foul.
Yeah, she clipped her just on the left side of her left foot, forcing her to go down. Referee was right there in front of it. Easy call for the official. Free kick, Pioneers.
53rd minute. And we're looking probably 35 or so, somewhere between 35 and 40.
Look for this one to go a little near post. She likes to put some bend on her kicks.
High line for Oglethorpe. Line drive. Burford's there with the first touch. Poked forward, easy grab by Haley Lowell for Oglethorpe.
Push her defense up before she gets another beautiful punt off. Sky-high punts from the goalkeeper for Oglethorpe. They just haven't been winning any of the 50-50 balls all afternoon.
Well, I mean, and you look at the height differential with Transylvania. You've got Buckler at 5'9", Isabella White at 5'10". You've got Abby Dean at 5'11", Maddie Benjamin at 5'8". Going up against this Oglethorpe side, anything in the air they should have first shot to. Flag is up as Mackenzie Jones tried to settle, and she was in ahead of the She was in ahead of the touch, and it's offside on Oglethorpe.
Mackenzie's just getting a little too excited tonight. Just calm down a little bit, compose yourself, play the way you face. If they can find her in behind that defense, she could wreak havoc. They just haven't been able to do that tonight.
Well, and you've mentioned in the first 45 that she was marked by 2, if not 3, Transylvania players pretty much every time out. And so you see Mackenzie here trying to win possession defensively.
She's working, though. She's working her tail off, that's for sure.
Up the middle, Steen. Nicely done by Evan Thomas.
John, it looks like Isabella White has moved over to the right side of the field.
Yep. Foul on Roach. Just outside the top of the D, so you're probably thinking about 25 yards out. Set piece opportunity here for Transylvania. Coming up on 10 minutes gone here, second half.
She beat a couple of players, almost stayed on her feet. Good call from the official. He was trying to play the advantage. Oglethorpe came in just the last second to take her down to her knees, and the official called for a foul. Now, this is a little bit more of a dangerous spot than the Pioneers have been on either free kick so far. It's been between 30, 35 yards out. This one is got a little bit more potential for them to go on goal with this one, John. You see a 2-man wall here formed by, or now a 3-man wall.
Yep.
Three-lady wall.
3 players.
3 players.
So let's see what Transylvania has in mind here with the right. Through the traffic, one hopper, easy grab, Haley Lowell.
She went on goal, but went right into the gut of the Oglethorpe goalkeeper.
Lowell looking. Krieger touched too hard. Now Transylvania back on offense. White, as you mentioned, here on the right-hand side. Abby Dean. Cottongim. Krieger causing a lot of problems for Isabella White.
Oh, nice tackle.
Big tackle there by Cardenas to win the ball. Krieger frees Mackenzie Jones. Jones down the left-hand side in pursuit, but the flag is up.
I mean, a step maybe. It's hard to tell from this angle, so the assistant referee is going to have a better angle than us, but could not have been by that much. She's been very disciplined in the last 5 to 10 minutes to watch her offside. She's been very cognizant of it. She looked to the coaches immediately like, no, not again.
Just that close.
Been a back-and-forth game so far here in the second half.
The adjustments by Rob King and his staff, Marcus Aldaba, Ashley Reinecke for Transylvania. Krieger dispossessed. Here comes White. Evan Thomas keeping an eye. Thomas bumps, and they're going to say that it's going to be a foul on Evan Thomas.
Just outside the 18, John. They got lucky.
Knocking Isabella White down, and so literally from 19 at a bit of an angle.
You know, I was wondering if switching Isabella over to the right side was going to affect her mentality. You know, these new hybrid wingers like to play the opposite side of the field so you can cut on the inside. Her first possession out here on the right side, she wins a free kick right outside the 18. Here we go.
Audrey Rawls looks like she's going to be in charge of this one.
Ella Price and Mackenzie Jones with a 2-player wall here for the Lady Petrels.
Fifth-year player from Lexington Dunbar. Hand in the air toward the penalty spot, headed down and out and away.
Unusual free kick, John. A right foot in-swinger from the right side.
And there's the chance for Rawls with a lot of room. Krieger trying to close. And up in the air and in. It was long from about 23, and it looked like he got caught up in the breeze a little bit.
Haley had her eyes on it the entire way down, but I wonder if, like you said, it was the breeze, that little bit of sun that caught her at that last second. 1-0 Pioneers. I don't even think she meant to shoot it, John. It was just a really lucky strike right there and caught the far post, caught Haley on her heels.
So it's either, I guess it's a cross shot.
Yeah, yeah.
So Rawls with her first of the season. A long launch from 23 looking far post. And like I said, it did look like he got caught up in the breeze a little bit. And it ends up going in the back of the net, and Transylvania up 1-0.
As a former goalkeeper myself, I know Haley's going to beat herself up on that one, but a lot of times there's not much you can do. She'll regroup. Well, it wasn't pretty for the Lady Pioneers, but they have the lead.
58th minute, goal by Rawls.
We are in response time for the Lady Stormy Petrels. Let's see how they do respond with their backs up against the wall.
Down the right-hand side, Caitlin Fike once again launching it up into the air, trying to test Haley Lowell. It's like, okay, we've done it once. Let's see if the same thing can happen again.
Tried to hit it near post this time.
Krieger gets away from Caitlin Fike, but possession lost. Transylvania now in the middle. Steen.
So much space out on the right side for Isabella White, John. I mean, she's living all by herself.
Mackenzie Jones plays it back. Turnover. Looking for Cardenas. You mentioned it. Isabella White.
Evan Thomas, John. Wow, she came in from the center back spot right there and gave all she had.
Big bump there from Evan Thomas on Isabella White. Needed to do that to slow that rush down. Caitlin Fike with the throw. Looks like about 15 yards extended.
You like to see that confidence from the freshman there.
Mm-hmm.
I know it pumps the teammates up. It would me.
Into the corner. Looks like Cardenas was there to help out defensively. Last touch by Transylvania, so it'll be the deepest of deep throws for Oglethorpe. This gives Transylvania a chance to come in and basically press into the corner.
They've shifted their entire team over to their right side too, John.
Great work that time by Lily Burford to close that margin down as Isabella White wanted to try to send it in inside the 6. 15 minutes gone, 1 goal on the board, 58th minute by Audrey Rawls, the fifth year player out of Lexington Dunbar, her first of the season here in the second match for Transylvania this season. Steen, in swinger with the left,
nice
up into
corner.
the air, punch clear, and out the door goes Delaney Hanks.
Is the definition of an in-swinger right on the 6. Haley able to get a right fist on it, clear it out. Dangerous positioning there for Oglethorpe.
Abby Dean looking right-hand side to guess who? Isabella White.
Just didn't get on her bike soon enough.
Evan Thomas was there to help cut the margins down and the angles down. But it ends up being a goal kick. And you're right, that switch by Marcos Aldaba and Ashley Reinecke moving Isabella White to the right-hand side has caused problems for the home side here. See how that got kind of caught up into the air? It's kind of floated toward Rawls. And they're going to call a foul on Cardenas.
It was weird. It was like the wind caught the backspin.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before. I've seen it in golf many times off my failed attempts.
Right there with you.
A lot of confusion. Throwing Pioneers.
Okay, so it's not a foul on Cardenas. It's a throw-in instead. We're all confused. Early season work. And looks like now you're going to get a foul on Cardenas and a card on Cardenas, it looks like. Yep, foul on Cardenas and a card.
You know, she came in just a little reckless there. I think the yellow card was deserved. Also maybe a little pressure from the coaches over here too. Another dangerous free kick for the visitors, John.
Yep, that's going to be Steen again.
You know, she's got a wicked bend from that right foot, or from her left foot, excuse me. I'm going to try and find it the far post once again.
A freshman from Bourbon County High in Paris, Kentucky. He's got a very, very good relationship early on here with Isabella White here in the season for Transylvania. Hand in the air. Here comes the left, in swinger, toward the penalty spot, up and over the defenders for Oglethorpe, and they'll clear it temporarily. Finally is cleared outside of the 18, but Transylvania once again with the push back in. Marin Roach trying to get a hold of it, but Caitlin Caputo, nicely done to keep that rush from happening up the left-hand side. It will be a throw for Transylvania. Substitution coming in at the next opportunity. Looks like it's going to be Jade Anderson, the junior from Alpharetta, to help things out up top for the Stormy Petrels.
John, Lily Burford, number 3, center back for Oglethorpe University, has had her number called a lot tonight, and she's answered the bell. She's really played a phenomenal game back there.
Steen looking for her favorite target. Isabella White got kind of caught up with a couple of hops, but tracked down by Haley Lowell. You could see what Steen was looking to do, and they were that close to connecting for goal number 2.
Isabella was pinched in a little too far on the inside of the field. If she stayed wide, it could have been 2-0 Pioneers.
Caitlin Fike with the throw. Quick contact, back out to Fike. Fike down the right side. Looking in, and the flag is up. Contact late with Burford and with Roach. Flag's up offside.
Pioneers playing a little bit more confident here in the second half. They're short intermediate passes, lots of 1-2s. But again, they're dominating one side of the field. It's been all the right side for the Pioneers and the left side of Oglethorpe. You like to think if the Pioneers can find a way to switch the ball, they'll have a lot of space to work down that right side, or left side, excuse me.
Up the middle looking for Saeed. She can't handle the first touch. White there for Transylvania, but Saeed back to help out defensively. Krieger sends it up the left-hand side as she was looking for Ella Price. Delaney Hanks, Ella Price, and here comes Krieger. Krieger could sense what was coming from her from behind in the form of Audrey Rawls. Cardenas back to Krieger. Still waiting for the Jade Anderson substitution at the most convenient opportunity intended for Ella Price. Too much there, and it goes all the way back to Sheridan Harrison, and calms things down and has it inside the 18.
Unfortunately, John, for Oglethorpe, I think they've opened that book back up as there's been 3 more defenders all over Mackenzie Jones once again. They're trying to force it to her. I'd like to see them use the width of the field a little bit more.
Burford, the back line for the Stormy Petrels. Got it past Maddie Ennis, and Transylvania once again with possession. Abby Dean over to Steen. Through ball. Price has Caitlin Fike available on the right-hand side. Pass instead to Abby Dean. Dean was looking for Fike, pulls it back away. Roach. Defended well by Maddie Ennis. Ennis toward the corner flag. Kept it in, but it ends up going back to the opposition. I think it was Cardenas that ended up getting the yellow for the tackle at the time. It looks like it's going to be another foul on Oglethorpe and another set-piece opportunity. Once again, substitution coming in for Oglethorpe, Jade Anderson at the next opportunity. And once again, another sub coming in for Transylvania when they have the chance. And with the right, headed up into the air over the crossbar. And it's going to be a corner over on the far side. Substitutions now, and it's going to be the first opportunity to see Jaden Otto, the 5'6" sophomore from Notre Dame Academy in Taylor Mill, Kentucky. And Jade Anderson coming in for Oglethorpe, and she will come in for Ella Price. Caitlin Fike will be sitting temporarily for Transylvania. Saw something really interesting a couple of minutes ago, and I was waiting for the right chance to talk about it.
Okay.
With conditions being what they are, Steen with the left in swinger toward the penalty spot, up and over. Kept back in. Transylvania wanted a handball, didn't get the call, cleared away. by Sophia Saeed. Krieger with a bit of a rush, and it has to do with Krieger. The point that I'll make at some point has to do with Krieger. Krieger looking to drive. She wants to go with a through ball. Defense is there for Transylvania. Saeed is there. Didn't quite get the full turn, but possession kept by Maddie Ennis. Ennis sends it inside the 18. Jade Anderson buzzes the tower of Sheridan Harrison, but Harrison hangs on to it and will slow things down a little bit. Transylvania will reset. Krieger comes over to the bench, and conditions being what they are, you're dealing with turf, and you're probably, 15, 20 degrees hotter than the air temperature. Krieger had head coach Rob King pour water on both of her legs, on both of her Achilles, before she went. Literally, it was a stoppage. She comes over. Rob King pours water on both of her Achilles and up and down her ankles.
You know, it's like you said. It's got to be the heat. She's probably slipping and sliding from the sweat. So when you get that water touching the sock, kind of makes it a little bit more sticky.
Roach was off on the pass by Isabella White. Nice idea by Transylvania, but it would not have connected. Flag would have gone up. But, yeah, it was just, I thought it was rather unique with conditions to see water actually being poured on the back heel of Krieger. She works her way down the left-hand side. Defended nicely so far by Mackenzie Buckler. Buckler will usher the ball into the corner. Can Krieger get it away from her?
She's trying.
And Mackenzie Jones can't keep possession. 21 and a half minutes to go as we're past the halfway point of the second half. Substitutions back in for Transylvania. Maddie Benjamin returns, and Peyton Tan returns. Aaron Heil will take a seat, and Tara Pund will take a seat.
Tara Pund exiting the field a little gingerly.
Sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and St. Ursula Academy.
She gets back on the field. We'll have to keep an eye on that, as it looks like we're going to head to our second hydration break of the game.
Yep, a second hydration break, 21:09 to go, and the clock is officially stopped. And once again, it's a chance for Rob King and his staff, for Oglethorpe and Marcus Aldaba and Ashley Reinecke and Transylvania, to work their way through anything that they're seeing here for the final 21-plus minutes. And we're seeing in the second half for Oglethorpe, they're getting those rushes down. They got them early in the second half. But then once again, you mentioned the switch that Transylvania made, moving Isabella White from the left-hand side, and her initial partnership with Lilia Steen over to the right-hand side really opened things up for Transylvania so far here in the second 23-plus minutes.
One thing I've noticed about Oglethorpe is when they'll get the ball either side of the field, the midfielders are looking up with possession and trying to find a wide open player, but the center forwards take off. They're expecting a miraculous long ball or a ball over the top, or they should stop and come back in possession and allow everybody else on the team to build the attack together. And for Transylvania, they're doing the exact opposite. They are finding the open player, making those quick intermediate 1-2s, and finding success crossing the ball from the channels and from the alleys. I don't see Transylvania making any changes whatsoever to their game plan. As we said, we see Isabella White and Caitlin Fike switching left to right, and it seems to be successful because the first time they did it, boom, goal.
And that's where we are right now, 1-0, 21:09 to go here. Transylvania and Oglethorpe both coming into today at 1-0. Oglethorpe 4-0 winners over Agnes Scott in their first match of the year. And for Transylvania, 3-1 winners against Covenant up there in the corner, up there in the T with Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, right up there in Dade County and just across the state line. And so after this, Transylvania heads home to continue their schedule. And for Oglethorpe after this, they go to Piedmont, Georgia on Friday, 7 o'clock, and they take on Roanoke College. They will be back here week from today, 11 o'clock in the morning, to take on Meredith College in their next home match. So next match is the 8th and the 10th. They go to Piedmont, Georgia to take on Roanoke College after today. Come back home here to Brookhaven to take on Meredith on the 10th. That's the next action for the Stormy Petrels on the women's side when it comes to Rob King and the program. Transylvania gets to take the long ride home back to Kentucky and be a part of Their non-conference schedule in the HCAC, and then after today, they go back home and they have 2 games in quick succession. They have a Thursday afternoon game in Lexington, Kentucky against Maryville. I'm used to being around folks from Eastern Tennessee. It's Merville. Merville College in Lexington, Kentucky, and then they take on fellow Kentucky school Berea College, 2:30 Saturday afternoon. So they head home after today, and they have the 2 matches at home Thursday and Saturday of next week.
I have that problem too. Be down in Carrollton and refer to it as Mount Zion.
It's Mount Zion.
It's Mount Zion.
Mount Zion.
So I've got to get the lingo down. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there.
Mount Zion.
Mount Zion.
And it's Mount Zion Carroll.
Yes.
Because folks will sit there and say, it's at Mount Zion in Carrollton. No, it's Mount Zion Carroll. That's how it is. It is Mount Zion Carroll. Once again, everybody, thanks for accessing us however you are doing so today. If you haven't had the chance, come out here to Oglethorpe to catch a match, men's and women's side here on the soccer side of things. New stand, which is really cool to see. Air-conditioned area where they run PA and all of the audio that you'll be hearing that is not Drew and myself here in the afternoon. You get a foul call. And it's going to be a set-piece opportunity now. Looks like the foul was called on White. It'll be a set piece now for the Stormy Petrels, and they'll talk it over here, 20-50 and counting. Is it going to be Delaney Hanks? Is it going to be Krieger? Is it going to be Mackenzie Jones? So Mackenzie Jones looks like she's going to yield. Lily Burford trying to get some intel.
Transylvania's forming a 3-player wall.
Krieger, Burford, Delaney Hanks. 23, 3, and 26. Asking that the wall be backed up.
Looked a little close to me.
See, and we're having to look at it two-dimensionally to look close.
I'd like to see Krieger go with this one. Oh, nice play.
Set piece. That's training ground material there. Jones looking, punched away as it was sent in toward the back post. Well-orchestrated idea there by the Stormy Petrels, but it's punched away for a save as we're now under 20 minutes to go. Well worked by the home side.
As a coach, as a goalkeeper coach, head coach, you could not be more happy for Sheridan Harrison. It is a textbook save for a goalkeeper, but not an easy one. What a save. Still 1-0 Pioneers.
Well tracked the entire time. Marin Roach with possession. She has it taken away. Sent long as Drew continues to fight the insects for the afternoon. Throw for...
John, I'm just going to call this game in a bubble next time, all right?
Back to Caitlin Caputo. And she'll go all the way back to Haley Lowell for the reset. Thought about working to Thomas, but will come back up the right-hand side. Once again, Caputo, intended target intercepted once again by Roach. Roach will take down Cardenas. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on Roach there for the trip.
You know, John, Roach came into the game halfway through the first half and kind of took over on that left side. 5th-year player for Transylvania. Lots of experience. Kind of no wonder you would keep her in the game, especially with a 1-0 lead.
Burford up the right-hand side. Bit of a draw to it. Transylvania comes away with it, working into the middle. Once again, Isabella White. Sophia Saeed keeping an eye on her. Abby Dean. Steen. Roach.
John, Mackenzie Buckler creeping in that far post for Transylvania. She's all alone.
Headed out of the 18. Chance was blocked, and they're going to call the foul on Transylvania as the kick and the follow-through made contact with Cardenas more than it did the ball and sends it away.
You could hear that all the way over here.
And so Krieger directing a little traffic here in front of us with under 18 minutes to go. Burford, after quick conference with Haley Lowell.
Going to get an Oglethorpe sub here with about 17.5 to go in the second half.
Taylor Whiteside will be coming back in at the next opportunity. Cardenas Looking over one shoulder, then the other. The freshman from Snellville. Back to Evan Thomas in the corner.
A couple of freshmen on the left side for Oglethorpe.
Buckler with the throw. Looking down the line toward Isabella White.
Who's a freshman herself. Lots of freshmen on the field today, John.
No question about it. Getting these freshmen these early reps here in non-conference play so they can be ready for conference play.
Absolutely.
The HCAC for Transylvania and the SAA for the Stormy Petrels. Dean over to the right-hand side, Mackenzie Buckler. You mentioned how Buckler has been kind of wanting to insert her way into the play. Nicely defended there by Harlow Krieger, the sophomore, and it ends up being a goal kick for Oglethorpe. Substitution coming in, Taylor Whiteside and Mackenzie Jones.
You know, you mentioned Harlow Krieger. She's the smallest player on the field, but she's a little pit bull, and she's not going to stop fighting, and you got to love to see that. Maybe it was a water on the heels, John.
I think so, and that's something. I think that's something we all need to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
Except for those of us who are wearing loafers on turf. I don't think that would necessarily work well. Up and over Krieger.
Smart play.
And Buckler will just let it go for the throw for Transylvania. Under 16 minutes to go, just under 16 minutes to go. 58th minute goal by Audrey Rawls of Transylvania has been the one goal on the board so far, the only goal on the board. Oglethorpe chasing after an equalizer here. Taylor Whiteside. Senior out of Marietta with the throw. Working up the left-hand side. Buckler, first person to make contact with Transylvania. Maddie Benjamin in the middle. Lilia Steen, freshman out of Bourbon County High School in Paris, Kentucky, was not allowed into the 18. Well defended there by Caputo. Sent away, so it'll be a throw. About 25 yards extended from goal.
She looked confident on the ball. Just let that last touch get away from her a little bit as she dribbled into the 18.
So the throw from the press box side. Looking for Roach. Settled. Cleared by Saeed. But Transylvania's there. Substitution coming in for Transylvania. Next opportunity looks like Caitlin Fike will be coming back in. The junior out of George Rogers Clark High in Winchester, Kentucky.
I made a mistake. Isabella's a sophomore. Not a freshman. I apologize.
Playing like a junior and a senior.
Absolutely.
Hop up into the air. Evan Thomas had possession, lost it. Thomas now playing up top for Rob King and the Stormy Petrels.
Speaking of Isabella White, she's all alone out here on the right side. That they finally see her and come and take some of the space up that she was occupying.
Taylor Whiteside keeping an eye on her.
But look at Mackenzie Buckler. Great movement. What a shot on goal, John. Wow, it just sailed wide. It knuckled, and it dipped left at the very last second. Haley had nothing to do with that one.
You had Peyton Tan with the opportunity there, and a chance once again for goal number 2 for Transylvania. Did not miss by much.
I mean, it knuckled up, down, left, right, and it went left right at the last second.
So it ends up being a save at the far post.
What a save.
And it's going to be the substitution for Transylvania, Caitlin Fike.
I mean, Haley really made something out of nothing there. It looked like she had no chance with that, and she got a right paw on it at the last second.
And it looks like Mackenzie Buckler will be taking a seat temporarily. Lilia Steen with the left toward the penalty spot, headed up and down and turned away by Krieger.
Looks like Evan Thomas has been pushed up the pitch here, John.
Yep, Evan Thomas back to playing. She's now point of the spear for Rob King.
Get some of that freshman energy up top.
Turn was there. And so was Steen to defend for Transylvania. Caitlin Fike with her first touch after coming back in off the sub. Abby Dean right there, center circle. Back to Caitlin Fike. Dean now to the left-hand side, Lilia Steen.
Lots of space here for Transylvania to play the way they're facing.
360 turn, Sophia Saeed working well defensively. Dean once again center circle. Now getting some reinforcements in Cottongim. Cottongim to the right-hand side. Caitlin Fike looking to play it down the line, looking for Audrey Rawls. Defended by Saeed, kept in, by Taylor Whiteside. Chance here once again for Transylvania, looking to cut it back with the left was Isabella White. Second chance, once again by Audrey Rawls, knocked away. And it's going to be a deep throw in the corner by Caitlin Fike here with just under 12 minutes to go.
I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like Oglethorpe is defending for their lives right now, John. Could be run out of gas.
One hopper by Isabella White. Easy pickup that time for Haley Lowell. Haley Lowell now with a chance to kind of calm things down a little bit for Oglethorpe, as Oglethorpe, as you said, had to defend a lot here in this most recent amount of space on the clock.
Did you see what Isabella White just did?
Mm-mm.
She cut it back on the inside, and this time shot it with her left foot.
Okay.
Talk about hybrid winger. You got to be happy if you're a coach with that weapon at your disposal.
There's White with the turn. You hear Marcos Aldaba tell
Yes.
It's like, let me guess what you want her to do.
Uh-huh.
Calling for it. Down the right wing. Roach on the left-hand side. Ball goes inside the 18. Defended once and twice and sent away, so it's going to be a throw about 10 yards inside the attacking half for Transylvania, coming up on 10:45 to go.
You know, I was expecting to see a couple of subs getting ready for the home team. Looks like they're getting a little gassed out there. You see Krieger forced back now. Now she's defending him much more than she's attacking. Keep an eye on Caitlin Fike. Lots of space in front of her. She decides to make a far post run.
Aaron Heil looking to check back in, the 5'6" senior from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Transfer from Bellarmine, calling for it. Look at this. Caitlin Fike and Isabella White calling for it, but the ball doesn't get to the far post. Tracked by Haley Lowell all the way. And Oglethorpe once again maintains possession, calms down what we got to see from Transylvania on that offensive rush.
It was a nice sequence of events from the Pioneers. They just ran unable to find the feet of Fike or Isabella White.
And upended was Jade Anderson, so it'll be inside center circle. It'll be a chance for the Stormy Petrels here. Also looking to check back in, Abby Rowe, the 5'7" junior out of Lexington and Lexington Catholic. At the first opportunity, and they're seeing the bugs that you were seeing. They both had to dodge that.
They did. It was good dodging too. Successful.
Aaron Heil dodging to the left, Abby Rowe dodging to the right with the flying insects that are invading us here this afternoon.
You see Oglethorpe playing a permanent back three right now, showing tons of respect to this attacking front of Transylvania. You just got to wonder though, John, is playing those three in the back permanently going to affect any sort of attack? Because you got Evan Thomas and an Island all on her own up here. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution for the home team.
Kate Parker, next opportunity, the sophomore defender. Steen looking far post, too much on it, and can't quite get it to Isabella White. So it'll be a goal kick, and here come your substitutions for Transylvania once again. Abby Rowe, 23, Aaron Heil, 10, Kate Parker, 14 for Oglethorpe. And that means that Isabella White gets a well-earned break.
Both wingers getting a much-deserved break for the visitors.
Audrey Rawls getting a break as well. 8:12 to go.
You can see Isabella White visibly, I don't want to say exhausted or tired because that may be disrespectful, but she's been working her tail off out there, and she's deserving a break right now.
Maddie Ennis, the substitution for Oglethorpe.
Did we just have a caution? Looks like we thought I saw the referee put a yellow card back in his pocket.
I think so.
Is that for delay game?
I think so.
On the losing side?
Yeah, Maddie.
Okay.
It looks like Maddie got a card.
You know, John, I don't want to say anything earlier, but that's the second time that Krieger has basically gotten away with a foul throw, not going all the way behind her head. But I've noticed even in professional, they're not paying attention.
Not really keeping an eye on that. Yeah, not really keeping an eye.
And I tell you, I may be one of the only people that this bothers, but it's a rule, and I feel that if it's there, it needs to be obeyed. I'm sorry, a law.
Yes, it is laws of the game. It's not rules of the game. It's laws of the game, sir.
Shame on me.
Looking near post, defended well that time by Lily Burford. Substitutions coming in once again. Allison O'Hara looks like she's going to check in next time from Lexington Dunbar. And
it's going to be Roach is going to get her break, John.
Yep. All right. So Marin Roach, the fifth year player, once again, Lexington Dunbar. Lexington Dunbar, the pipeline for Transylvania.
5 starters from Lexington Dunbar for this
and it's good to know,
team.
And Audrey, it's good to know that you agree with us about the pipeline. Sent toward the far post, and it goes over everybody's head, cleared away by Kate Parker for Oglethorpe. See, now I am intrigued. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players from Lexington Dunbar on this Transylvania roster. Poked forward once again by Cardenas. Oglethorpe can't quite keep possession.
Stormy Peachers are still battling, John. They're only down 1-0, so anything can happen.
6 minutes to go, and they've got 6 minutes to get that equalizer on the board. So Krieger works up the left-hand side. Jade Anderson now with a touch.
Oh.
Hit it with the outside of her foot as she was trying to turn and get it up to Evan Thomas. So close to center line, about 5 to 7 yards close, but by the time the walk-up is complete, be right up close to center line once again with Caitlin Fike. And Burford sends it our way, and one hopping over. We lose our first ball of the year.
Hits the crossbar and bounces over.
So for Oglethorpe, Kirsten Rona set to check in, the junior from Hoover, and Mackenzie Jones set to check back in for the final 5 minutes or so at the next opportunity.
2 offensive players, and also Ella Price is going to come back in. They as in Oglethorpe, they're going to load it up here for the last 5 minutes. They're going to go for it, John.
Sophia Saeed is out. Kate Parker is out. Throw. And it looked like it hit Mackenzie Jones, but it also went out at the same time. So it would have been a handball or a throw, and they're going with a throw. Defended nicely there by Taylor Whiteside to keep that rush from happening up the right-hand side for Transylvania. Caitlin Fike with the throw. She'll go down the attacking right-hand side, trying to work her way past.
What a battle down here on the right side. Both 25s.
First opportunity to see Molly Robinson, the freshman from Ryle High in Union, Kentucky. So it looks like it's going to be a set piece. Trying to see if Taylor Whiteside was going to be within 10. Krieger there as your lone defender. Sent with the right, looking toward the penalty spot. Back post, and it hit the post. Chance for goal number 2 for Transylvania did not happen. Cleared, and you're going to get a penalty call. Lilia Steen taken down inside the 18, and it's going to get another opportunity here for Transylvania to get that second goal on the board. And we are at 3.5 to go. So who's going to take it for Transylvania? And it's going to be one-on-one. Haley Lowell, the senior. And it looks like Transylvania is going to try and have Lilia Steen finish what she started. She drew the penalty inside the 18. And it's a chance for her to get her second goal of the season if she can get it past Haley Lowell here. Clock stops at 3:31. We'll wait for the center ref whistle. Steen High into the corner, and it's 2-0 on the penalty.
Sends it high to the left side of the goal. No chance for Lowell. 2-0 Pioneers. You know, I'm not the one that wants to put penalties in the air, but if you're going to, do it like that. Side net, unsavable.
Second goal on the board for Transylvania. And head coach Rob King saying 3.5 minutes, let's go. See what they can come up with here in the final 3.5 for Oglethorpe.
Can have a goalkeeper change here, John, for the Pioneers.
So Chandler Worth from Owensboro, Kentucky, the 5'8 freshman.
Get a couple of minutes here early on.
Transylvania working up the left-hand side again. Well defended there by Cardenas to keep that rush from happening up the left-hand side. Ends up with a throw as we're now under 3 minutes.
Good clock manipulation by the Transylvania coaches as well.
And there's your substitution. Sheridan Harrison swapping out freshman for freshman. Sheridan Harrison from Paris, Kentucky, and West Jessamine High. Chandler Worth, Owensboro High.
Harrison hadn't been called on much tonight, but the only time she was called on, she made an unbelievable one-handed save to keep the shot out of the goal from Oglethorpe. She can give herself a nice pat on the back.
Ball hits the corner flag, last touched by Transylvania here at 2:15 and counting. And I'll see if those substitutions that we saw from Rob King and Oglethorpe with a lot of that firepower substituted up top. Let's see if we can get some late opportunities here for the Stormy Petrels. Transylvania defense working really well. One hopper once again to Haley Lowell. Lowell having to work quickly. Finds Krieger on the outlet on the left-hand side.
Up 2-0. Lady Pioneers still working hard. They want more.
Krieger trying to get past Molly Robinson. Can't do it.
You know, it's those players who know they may not get playing time down the latter part of the season coming in and trying to make an impression, John.
Abby Rowe as a part of the defense once again. Molly Robinson looking centrally, back and forth with Rowe. Top of the 18 cleared away by Taylor Whiteside. Whiteside flicked forward by Ella Price, looking for Evan Thomas. Big hop Delaney Hanks tries to track it down. Can't quite do it. Kirsten Rona was there, and Delaney Hanks was there. And you're going to get a foul call on Oglethorpe with about a minute to go.
Just an unfortunate sloppy play from Oglethorpe. Both of their players running into each other, forcing them to run into the Lady Pioneer, causing a foul.
Sent forward with the right, top of the 18, headed out by Cardenas. Now here's a chance for a rush with Mackenzie Jones. Jones has Evan Thomas with her. Transylvania's defense had the angle but didn't quite knock it out. They finally get the roll over the touchline. Last touch by Mackenzie Jones, who couldn't quite keep control of it, and it's going to be a throw for the visitors coming up on 25 seconds.
You know, unfortunate for Mackenzie. Evan kind of ran away from her a little bit, not giving her much of a choice but to keep it herself. But it just goes back to what we talked about earlier. Not too many players transitioning into the offensive attacking third for Oglethorpe, leaving 2v3, 2v4 sometimes.
And there's your final buzzer. Shutout win on the road for Transylvania. They go to 2.